everyone, welcome.
Miss you still muted. Muted, miss.
Okay. Yep, I think I'm on again now. All
Yeah.
right. Is that better? Okay. Everyone's got their camera on. Yes. Everyone, can you check with your mic? Can you verbally respond when I ask you to? Dustin?
No.
Hello. Jazz?
Hello.
Hello. Lou? Lou, are you there? Okay, got some issues with you, Lou. Can you just see if your mic's on? Yeah, still got some issues. That's okay. We'll keep working on that. Zoe, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we're going to use some apps through the lesson. So some of the stuff up the top of your screen. Can everyone just find the raise your hand function and just use that for me? Thanks, Dustin. Thanks, Jazz. Thanks, Lou. And Zoe, good. Thank you. All right. Next one, the chat functions. Everyone know how to get to that. Can you all just put a little message in the chat for me to say hello? Thanks, Luke. Dustin, Jazz, Zoe, excellent. Thank you. We'll just change that down for a little bit now. And the emoji icon, can we do the react button, smiley face or something along those, please? Thanks. We got a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. We got a stressed and another thumbs up. Excellent. Very good. So all of our online stuff is currently working. Lou, did we have any luck with your microphone? No, doesn't seem like it. That's okay. We'll work through it. If we need a breakout room, we'll just direct you how to enter them, and I'll do that from my end. So workplace health and safety, if you have any concerns regarding safety in your work area while we're through the lesson, please notify me immediately so we can work out our best plan of action. Everyone happy with that? Yep. Cool. Thank you. All right. First activity. What I want you to do is just on a little piece of paper or on your laptop, something like that, write down as many 3-letter words, 3 or more letter words that you can make from the letters below. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. So you can use plurals if you want to. You can only use each letter once because there's no double ups on letters. Okay, you've got about a minute to go. All right, just about done. Finish off those last words. And that is time. So I'm going to say a number, ask how many you've made, raise your hand if that's how many words you were able to write down. So who wrote down 5? So if you've got 5 or more, do the raise your hand icon. Yep, Dustin. Jazz is counting. Lou's got some. Yep. More than 5, Jazz? Yep. Cool. Alrighty. Who had more than 10? Raise your hand again. Jazz, Dustin. Lou? No? So? No? Alright, Dustin, how many did you have?
That's 16.
Good
I
job,
think.
Jazz.
1, 2, 3.
I think I have 14.
All right, so winner today is Dustin. All right, so hopefully we've got our heads on and we're starting to think. Let's move on to our work for today. All right, learning intent and success criteria. Just this down for me, please. The plan for today is that you have an understanding of the sport and rec industry, so what it looks like, what it feels like, what's part of it. The success criteria, we need to be able to identify the key elements of the sport and rec industry. Okay, so what it encompasses, our economic benefits, and our careers. Okay, so our exit ticket or our formative assessment for today's lesson is going to be based around those 3 key elements from our success criteria. Okay, so do you want to just jot that down for me? Let me know when you're done. Okay, we good to go? Yep. Thank you. All right, moving on. Okay, so you can summarize this down for you, please. Sport and rec industry is a diverse and economically significant sector that includes all of the activities, organisation, facilities, and people involved in the promotion, support, and delivery of sport and physical activity across the country. Okay, links to 3 fairly major roles or significant areas within Australia. So we're looking at the health, links to social life, and it also links to our economy as well. Okay, so just jot some of those down. You don't have to write the whole thing. You can just summarize it, the main points there. Okay, so we're looking at the main points being activities, organisations, facilities, and people involved in sport and rec, looking at its promotion, support, and delivery. All right, how are we going?
Good.
Good. Okay, let's just see what we think about in terms of the words we've used in there. Activities. Jazz, what might be some activities that link to sport and rec?
Touch football or soccer.
Yep, so some sports. Good. Lucas, what do we mean by organisations? Oh, Lou, you might have to write yours in the chat. Your mic still doesn't seem to be working. Okay, while Lucas is doing that, Zoe, facilities. What do we mean by facilities?
Like, would that be like footy fields and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Football fields, parks, all of those sort of things. Okay. Dustin, what do we mean by promotion?
Um, would that, like, I don't know, promoting your club, your sporting club, is something like that, like advertising it?
Yeah, good. Advertising, letting people know about it. All right, Lou, you've written in there different sport companies, like NRL, AFL. Excellent. Very good. All right, if we keep moving, oops. Okay, so what it encompasses. So professional and community sports. We've got elite and professional sports, community sport clubs, state and national sporting organisations. Okay, we're going to do a little activity about this at the end. Recreational activities, outdoor activities, fitness and gym culture, adventure and leisure fits under recreational. Okay, so we have another section which is our sports services and support. So our coaching staff, event management, facility management. And then our last one is infrastructure and facilities. So local councils, stadiums, recreational parks and things like that. Okay. All right. So what I want you to do in the little chat function, please write down an example for each of the categories of the sport and recreation that you have been assigned. So Zoe, you're talking about giving examples for the professional community in sport. Jazz, you've got sports services. Dustin, you've got recreation. And Lou, can you do infrastructure and facilities? So, for example, Zoe, you might write down the names of some elite or professional sports clubs. Okay, so give us an example for each one of those that you have been allocated.
No,
Do you have a question, Zoe?
I was just a little couldn't find the chat button.
You good now? Okay, so I see Dustin's got some being added in.
No, what's that one? I'm writing that on my Word document.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Okay.
I forget you can hear me.
Yeah. Just remember, if you don't want people to hear you, you need to mute your microphone. Okay. Jazz, how are you traveling?
I think all right.
Yeah. Have you finished or are you still going?
I finished, I think.
Yep. Okay. Okay. When you are done, can you please just raise your hand so I know we can move on to having a bit of a chat about each one of those things. Thanks, guys. 1, 2, done. Those done. How you going, Lou? Good, done. All right, so we're going to run through some of our answers. All right, Zoe, can you give me examples that you've used for professional and community sports? So an example of an elite or professional sports group.
Would one be like Super Netball?
Yes, yeah. Okay, good. Community and sports clubs. Give us your example.
Wouldn't that just be like the local like netball competition or like the football competitions we have here?
Yep, that's correct. And state and national sporting organisations.
Oh, I didn't realise it's in that one too.
Yeah. Any suggestions? So we talked a little bit about netball. What's our national sporting organisation that runs our national competition for netball?
Is it Netball Australia or is it something
Yeah.
else?
No, Netball Australia,
Oh.
they runs that. Good. All right. Recreational activities. Dustin, give us an example for outdoor activities.
For outdoors, I had like just backyard cricket,
Okay, yep. Fitness and gym
Uh,
culture.
yoga,
Yep. Adventure and leisure.
just hiking.
Yeah, very good. All right, Jazz, sports services and support, something for coaches officiating sports medicine. I think you're still on mute.
Sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
Wouldn't that be like the local coaches that like officiate and everything, like the background people?
Yeah, definitely. So at our local level, so coaches for our junior football teams, our junior soccer teams, things like that. What about event management and sports marketing?
I said like the media like behind it, how like such as like Miss Geddes for the game of Gladiators, she like posts on Facebook and everything.
Yeah, definitely. Good job. And facility management?
That would be like wouldn't it be like the groundskeepers of the sports grounds and like the tennis fields, keeping it clean and clean?
Yeah, definitely. Very good. All right, Lucas, infrastructure and facilities. Oh, we've lost Lucas. All right, I'll just read Lucas's out from his chat because he still has no microphone. So he's got local council, football fields, national stadiums, Suncorp stadiums, recreation is indoor or outdoor parks and things like that. Okay, awesome, very good. Next activity, we're going to look at the economic benefit. So economic benefit or contribution means to the amount of money that the sport and rec industry brings into Australia. Okay, so the direct economic contribution is about $14 billion a year. So that's a significant proportion of our gross national product that comes from sport and rec. In employment, over 22,000 people work in the industry. Okay, so when we say direct economic benefit, what do you think we're talking about? So if it's direct, so something in sport and rec industry is direct, might we be talking about? What type of activities? So I need someone to give us an answer, either Zoe or Dustin by the looks of it, or Jazz. Zoe seems to have disappeared. So if it's a direct economic benefit, what do we think we're talking about?
Wouldn't that come straight from like the organization, like just coming straight from them?
Yeah, so coming straight directly from sport and recreation activities. So paying fees to sporting clubs, going to watch and go to venues and see sporting rec activities, things like that. So that's the direct stuff. We also have what we call the indirect benefits. So the indirect benefits come in industries like tourism, retail, hospitality, health, and all of those sort of sectors. So what do you think we mean by indirect benefit? Any ideas? Or how the sport and rec industry might benefit tourism, let's say? Dustin, you got an answer? Yep.
So say things like you need accommodation to like somewhere to stay if you're going to watch a game or something like that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I think it's like
Definitely. So if you want to go and watch an NRL game or a high level game, you might have to travel to go and watch it. So once you have to travel there, you obviously need somewhere to stay. So that links into our tourism industry. So it's indirect. You're not necessarily going just being part of that tourism. There's for a reason for it, which is the sport and rec industry. Okay. So we've got retail and hospitality and health. All right. What I would like you guys to do is choose 2 indirect benefits from the list above and write an explanation of how the sport and rec industry has an indirect benefit to those industries. So similar to what Dustin has just explained for tourism, pick 2 of them and talk about how sport and rec can help that particular section. Okay. So just write it in your notes. When you're done, raise your hand in the icon to let me know that you've finished. Okay. Zoe, can you put your camera back on? No? All right. So choose 2. You don't have to do all 4, just choose 2 of them. Done, Jazz. Thank you. Okay, so remember, use the raise your hand icon. Thanks, Dustin, to let me know that you're done. Zoe, if you can put your camera back on, that would be great. Thanks, Zoe. Done, Lou. All right, very good. Okay, so hopefully most people have covered a combination of those ones and we can get an answer for each of those 4 sectors. Someone want to give me an answer, an explanation for tourism? Anyone?
I
Um,
did it.
Okay, we might go for Dustin.
tourism. So yeah, somewhere you need to stay after games if you've driven down from home or something.
Yep, very good. Did someone do retail? Yep, you did, Lou. Can you very quickly write it into the message, into the chat, and we'll come back to you. Girls, did one of you do hospitality? Anyone? Jazz or Zoe, did you do hospitality? No? All right, so hospitality is similar to the tourism one. If I've traveled somewhere, I need to obviously go find food and go and eat and do all of those sort of things. Pardon? No? All right, so that's...
Yeah, I did that. Having more people in town, they'll need like food, so they're more likely to dine out since they didn't like for dinner and everything.
Yeah, excellent. Good, Jazz. Thank you. All right, so Lou's written retail sell merch to help build popularity of the sport or a team. Excellent. So there's our retail. Did anyone do health? Yeah, Lou. All right. You want to quickly write your message in there again for us? Okay, so we'll just quickly wait for Lucas. Waiting. Okay, health to make sure the sporting area is clean so it can be enjoyable and fun. Yeah, good. The other benefit from the health sector is that if people are active, they're less likely to be sick. There's less people having to use our health sector, so it's less impact, less weight on them. So it makes life a little bit easier for people in hospitals and things like that. Okay, all right. Moving on, we're going to look at careers in sport and recreation. So we've got professional and support roles. So these are the type of jobs that we can find. So we've got athletes, coaches, trainers, sports officials, sports psychologists, that sort of stuff. Which of the above career paths is paid work? Can you get in our local or your local community? Okay, so write your response in the chat feature. So in your community, can you have a professional athlete? Can you have a professional coach? Can you have someone who's a professional or gets paid to be a physiotherapist or a sports psychologist? Oh, Zoe's lost her screen. That's not great. So have a think about what activities we might be able to have or what jobs we have in our or your area. So Zoe, can you have a professional athlete or a professional coach or a physiotherapist or exercise scientist, sports psychologist in your local community? Okay, so I've got a sports official from Lucas. Dustin's got coach and trainer, so people being paid to do that, which is good. Jazz has written a Zoe's written a physiotherapist. Just waiting for Jazz to finish hers. Good. And a psychologist. Good. You have likely to have all of those in your community. Well done. So some other roles that we can have is looking at management and admin. So we can have sports administration, event coordination, marketing, media, and facility management. Again, write down one of, or if any of those career paths are available in your local community. So remembering we're wanting something that's their job, they're paid to actually go and do that. Okay, so facility management, good. Potentially in rural areas, that comes through the council. Okay, sports administrator, good. And event coordinator, well done, thank you. If we look at the next one, we've got recreation and community roles. We can have recreation officer, outdoor guide and instructor, PE teacher or sports educator. Again, which ones are available in your community? Okay, Dustin's got a PE teacher, Jazz, Lucas, PE teacher as well. Jazz, did you get an answer? Disappeared. All right, everyone's got an answer? Yep. Okay. All right, so that covers the majority of the work that we've got to do looking at the sport and rec industry. So part of a bit of a formative assessment, just for me to understand where you guys are at in your understanding, you're going to complete a quiz on a Microsoft Forms template. So I emailed you this yesterday afternoon. Okay, can you go into your emails and find that? It'll ask you or invite you to join the quiz or start the quiz, jump into that quiz and then complete that. And then at the end of the completion of the quiz, it'll say to submit. Can you submit that? And then raise your hand to let me know that you've finished. There's about 4 or 5 questions based on all the information that we've just covered today. If you're having trouble finding it, let me know because I can email it to you again if I need to. Or if I'm really clever, I can potentially put it in a chat. Everyone managed to find their email? Yep.
Miss, are you able to just send it again?
Send it again?
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Yep. Should have gone through yesterday.
Yeah, it won't let me like access the quiz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else having trouble getting into the quiz?
Oh no, it's all good. I just tried it again.
Okay, good. Jazz, did you get into it? Seem to have lost Jazz. Zoe, did you get into it? Okay, so yes, looks like Zoe's made it into it, which is good. Got any questions? Just ask. So don't forget to raise your hand when you've finished. That'll let me know that you're done. And once everyone's finished, that will be the end of our session for today. How are we going? Any problems?
No, nearly finished.
Nearly finished? All right, thanks, Dustin. Okay, how are we going? Nearly done?
Yep.
Yep. Did you submit it, Dustin?
I just got one more.
Okay. And Jazz and Zoe seem to have lost you too.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here? Excellent. How are you going with yours?
Good.
Nearly done?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Lucas, nearly done? Okay, that's fine. No. Have we got Jazz back?
Hey, Miss, you wouldn't be able to put for the last question. It says recreation and community roles. You wouldn't be able to put park run volunteers, would you? Because they don't get paid.
No. No, that's correct though. Thanks, Dustin. You're all done?
Yep.
Okay, good. Thanks, Lou. You're done.
I'm back on the last question.
Okay. Jazz, are you back? All right, well, that's pretty much our session time for now. If you haven't finished, please make sure you submit that to me in the next little bit. Just a reminder that this has been recorded, so if you do want to have a look at it at any stage to catch up on any notes, whatever, you can do that as well. But that's it for today, so thank you very much for being part of our lesson. See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.